famous agnostic Alex O'Connor admits the great Isaiah scroll is accurate, which predicts the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus over a century before Jesus' birth. But first, here's the context. Christian apologist and biblical scholar Wes Huff went on Joe Rogan's podcast and made the following claim.
So when you say the book of Isaiah is intact, how similar is it to the book of Isaiah that's in the Bible?
So that one is fascinating. The thing that really shocked scholars, like I said, this isn't true for all of the Dead Sea Scrolls, but one of the things that shocked them about Isaiah was that it was word for word identical to the Masoretic text.
Word for word?
Word for word.
Wow.
What followed was a massive internet debate regarding the accuracy of this claim, including scholars such as Gavin Ortlund, Michael Jones, Kip Davis, and many more. In case you don't know, the Great Isaiah Scroll is the oldest complete copy of the book of Isaiah. This book is especially important because it contains some of the most important verses in the Old Testament predicting the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. Here's what Alex O'Connor has to say about this.
I understand where you're coming from.
A lot of this is, this is really interesting to a text critic. Like, if your thing is like manuscript criticism and like ancient Hebrew manuscripts, everything we're talking about is like so interesting, so relevant, so cool. If you're just like a Christian who wants to know if they can trust the book of Isaiah, like it's
like, are we good?
What? Come on, like get over it, you know.
Despite making videos about debunking Wes Huff's claims, Alex O'Connor admits the book of Isaiah is accurate and that it predicts Jesus over a century before his birth. He then goes on to explain why the whole debate even happened.
But it is worth saying that the reason why this whole thing got off the ground is because Wes went on the biggest podcast in the world. He made a bunch of claims. This was only one of them. I spent about 2 minutes on this in my original video. This was only one of them. And I said, no, that wasn't correct. I got a bunch of responses from people like Gavin. And then I saw channels like yours and Ruslan's like reposting his thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many. And everybody's coming at me saying like, Gavin debunked you. And I'm like, actually, he didn't. And I had to do this whole long video explaining why I don't think that's the case. And I think that my second video about this Wes Huff thing, the response to Gavin, was like pretty damning to that part of that response. Like I think Gavin was just wrong. And I hope that people can see why I think that. But like it has just become a bit like ridiculous. And I want to move on to talking about other things. I'm not trying to say that Isaiah is untrustworthy, that like it's that you should chuck it out, or that like it's got like loads of variants which should totally affect your theology. It's got lots of textually significant variants, not many theologically significant variants, and whether like the missing verses are theologically significant is kind of only you can decide that as a reader. Go and have a look, see what you think.